Hi guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So today we're going to be learning how to build this very small ship that I've got in the background. It's actually a schooner, and it's actually a very small one. It's smaller than my last one, and this one I've kind of used as a fishing ship. So why don't we just fly over there and actually have a look at this. So this is on my server as well. That's me and Nick are working on, so it's some little project, but it's at /warp IOD underscore little rock as one word. So if you did want to actually check out the real one and what I've done on my interiors, you can. Now, obviously I'm using Conquest, and these have extra textures, but I will be showing you in this tutorial how to do it in basically a console-friendly version, or most versions. But for those people that do have Conquest, there's loads of different things you can actually do with it. But as you can see, it's quite small. You got your little wheel up here. You got the actual room for some trapdoors as well, so you can get some cargo in the hold. Not really much room on the front at all, but it does raise slightly. This one you can't actually go up the masts just because they're so small, but you can at least get inside. There is enough room for a cargo hold. You can see here, and there's the trapdoors at the top, and also for a captain's cabin with a little desk. So you've got a little bit of room, but not as much, of course, as the last one that we did, the last schooner. But I think it's really cool. I think it works really nicely as a fishing ship, and I've got these little like kind of hanging pieces there. There you go. Really simple. It's actually 27 blocks long in total, so that's all the way right to the end. It's a total of 7 blocks wide, so that's with everything as well, and the sails are pretty tucked in, even with them being angled. And it's 26 blocks high in total. Now you'll notice as well where I've got it in the water. This is why I'm recommending it, and this is why I'll tell you how to build it. Actually, where the water level is just on this, basically having 2 of these underneath the water, 2 of the whites, and then it bows up at the front and also at the back, so it's a little bit different from my other ships, but I think it looks really cool. I will just be doing the exterior, and yeah, it's not too much, but if you do actually use this on like a map or a server, if you could give me credit for my design, that'd be awesome. Just throw up a sign like on, like maybe up here, like there or something, just saying original design by Lord Dakr. It helps my channel grow. Bigger my channel gets, the more of these I will be doing, as you guys know, but if I don't, then they'll just disappear. They just won't happen again. So that's the way that you have to think about it. Helping me out helps you guys out as well, so get more of these. Anyway, enough of that. We're going to jump over to my tutorial world, and we're going to start working on this nice little ship. And before we actually do that, I completely forgot, but we need to actually switch over to default, so let's do that quickly. Okay, so this is what it looks like in default. So you can notice already that there's a couple little bits that are a bit weird, like the glass. Those you'd use fences for. I'll be teaching you how to do it with fences, don't worry. And also you notice all the cobwebs around, which is because of the metadata stuff that you get in Conquest. But you can see it kind of works anyway. Even with all of that, it still works quite nicely. So you can see the actual materials that we're using do work well together if you want to do that. But obviously you can switch out any of these materials. I've used white stained clay on the bottom. I actually think that works quite nicely, even in default as well. And then I've just used, I think this is dark oak wood planks, but you can use spruce or oak or anything you want. Absolutely anything. But anyway, let's go over to my tutorial world, and then we can get started on this one. Okay, so here we are on my flat world, on my tutorial world, and the reason I actually build them on the flat world is just because it's easier to show you guys the actual lines. Now, this is going to be a layer by layer tutorial, and you can kind of see it in the background. There you go. We're just going to be building up layer by layer and just adding bits. Now, I won't be doing the interior details, but I will do a bit more of a tour, I guess, for the Conquest specific stuff at the end, but this one will be completely console friendly, so I'll be, replacing these like nets and things with fences, and it's all going to be a lot easier, don't worry, if you're thinking we don't have that, but it'll work, don't worry. Right, so I'm actually going to be showing you guys this because it's a small one on both sides, so it just makes it a lot easier, as I don't think there's much point in just doing one of them. So we might as well get started. What we're going to do for layer number 1 is we're going to have 2 blocks. Now I'm using white stained clay. You can use, if you want to, something like spruce wood if you're going to use the dark oak, or you could use oak wood if you're going to use the spruce or something, but I've kind of trying out the white stained clay for this ship and for a couple of other ships, and it looks pretty good. And you do see them on the realistic ones from like models and stuff, so try it out. But anyway, first layer number, we're just going to have, if I can speak, 2 blocks, 1, 2. Then we're going to go out, we're going to have 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we're going to go in and we're going to have 2, 1, 2. Then a 1. Now you're going to have a fence, and then you're going to have a spruce wood plank. So what you're just going to do is do this on the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Now, because this is the actual bottom of it, we're just going to fill this all in like that there. Okay, and now for layer number 2, what you're going to do, come to the front, and we're just going to go forwards off this block here, and we're just going to have that 1 there. Then we're going to have another 1, and now we're going to have a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 blocks, 1, 2, and 3. Now this will actually go across the back, so just put 1 block on top of here, and bring this across, and we're going to have the 12 again. Like that, and then a 1. Now I notice there's a couple gaps at the front, just put in a block on the higher level. And if we go around to the back, grab yourself a spruce wood stair, whack that on. That's our tiny little rudder. That's all it's going to be for the rudder, as you can see there. There's nothing really much we can do. We could actually round this off a little bit more if we wanted to, but when I was looking at a shape for it, it didn't really work. So let's go on to layer number 3 anyway. Okay, and now for layer number 3, what you're going to do, grab your white stained clay again, put 1 block directly on top of the last layer, and just add 1 onto each side like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a 2, 1, 2. Then what we're going to do is you're going to switch over to your dark oak wood planks. You can again use any type of wood. Feel free to switch out any materials in this tutorial, or build it this way first, then switch them out later. It'll work. And we're going to have 10 of these anyway, just behind this block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then switch back to your white, and what you're going to do is going to just have 2 blocks on that. 1, 2. Then move inwards, you're going to have 2 blocks, 1, 2, and then you're just going to have 1 across the back here. So there you go. Do it on the other side as well, and you'll start getting used to doing it on the other side. Just copy exactly what you go over here. I don't really need to show you it block by block. There you go. You can see how this one's kind of a lot flatter, kind of shape-wise. But anyway, that is it for this layer. Let's get on to number 4. Okay, and now for layer number 4. Come forwards, and this is going to be all in your dark oak now, so just switch over to that one. You can actually throw away that one, you don't need that anymore. So just throw on the floor or whatever. But come forwards, you can have 1. Then what we're going to do is going to have 1, then 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So directly on top. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have a block of glass. Now I've used yellow stained glass in this. You can use white, you can use any normal. It depends on your texture pack. Because this has quite a kind of like a cool texture basically. I've been using that one. But you can always use normal glass as well. So feel free to do that. But then you're going to have a block. And then what we're going to do is going to have a glass pane in the middle. So the same kind of colour. So if you use yellow there and yellow there. So then do this on the other side as well. Not like that. There we go. So just drag this on top. And 1 there. So stupidly simple little layer there. But that'll give you the actual base part of it for the cabin. You can see there's quite a lot of light at the back. And we'll be doing the detailing and things basically in the next couple of layers. Okay, and if we just come to the front, what we're going to do is we're going to leave this middle one here. We're going to go 1 and then 1, 2, 3. So 1 and 1, 2, 3 like this. This middle bit is actually going to be where this bowsprit comes in. Now we're going to grab some spruce wood slabs, or at least that's what I've used for this. And right here we're actually going to go up, and we're just going to have them up on a raised one, just 2 of these layers like that. Like that there. So that works right like that. Then we're going to have 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's just going back there. Like this. So it's just a little bit back. And there you go, like that. So that'll give us a little raise up here. And also a dip down here. Now another thing we can actually do is put in 2 fences, 2 fence gates, and 2 fences. Now I'll connect in later on. So 2 fences, 2 fence gates, and 2 fences. And I guess also, if we have a look quickly, yep, we might as well put those in as well. So if you grab your dark oak slabs right here, just going to put a slab, and the same on the other bit as well, slab and a slab there. So that'll be connected in a bit. I guess we can also do these bits as well. So we've got 1, 2, and then 3 there. So I'm going to have to learn where that actually goes. But what we're going to be doing here then is up on this bit here, we're going to have 1, 2, and then this one's going to be raised up as a slab. So it's just going to be going in like that. So this is going to be like the little connecting bit that you usually get on them. And I think this actually properly captures it as well. So when we do this, if we actually put in a full block, if we get a full block of spruce as well, there you go. Spruce there, and then you actually have a slab there. And that'll just connect into this front part here like that. So let's go on to this back bit. Okay, and now for the little back bit, what we're going to do is grab your dark oak wood planks, have 2 behind this fence that we just put. Then going to have an upside down dark oak wood stair. Then we're going to have a slab. And then we're going to have another upside down dark oak wood stair like that. Now what we're going to do right on this back is it's a little bit weird. We're going to have a slab here and a slab here. And we're going to just have 3 blocks on top. 1, 2, 3 like that. 1, 2 and 3. And I'm pretty sure that's correct. I might have to double check on these bits. But yep, it is. Now what else can we do? There we go. If we do the other side as well. So there's 1 slab there. And then put in 2 bits. Put that one in there. Now I will have to double check where this is. And where that actually lines up. Because I think I might have miscounted on this bit. Let's have a look. So we go through and we go past on those 2, yeah. So we go past 2 blocks. So I might have put in an extra slab on mine, so I might have miscounted there. If we just take back that slab until you get onto this bit. Now it just gets raised up by 1 slab here. There you go. You can put this in here. Like that. And I think actually there's a block that just goes straight over the top. Looks about right. I think we might need to put in a block there and a block there. So I'm getting stuck on this bit already. Actually, there's a stair there. Okay, so above this one, there's actually a stair. There you go. A stair like that. We've got some buttons on these. Like this. Now what we've got for this actual roof part is we've got a stair here, a slab, and then we've got a fence just on the side. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Yep, stair on top of the window part. So there you go. Let's do the same on the other side. So we've got a slab here, stair there, and then you've got a fence on this bit. Now what I was saying about being able to smooth it out a bit more, you could if you wanted to take off this last bit here. It's up to you if you think that looks better or not. Whichever one looks better. Doesn't really matter. I'll leave this one like this and then this one like that, and you can choose afterwards. But there you go. That gives you this part here. Now if we just put in a slab there as well, that'll give this little bit. Now I'm going to have to jump over. So sorry guys. We've got a slab, 2 stairs, and stairs, stair block. Or stair, slab, stair. Right, okay, so if we go on the back, just stair, stair here, slab in between those bits. Then behind this we've got a stair, upside down stair, and then another upside down stair connected onto this bit. And the same on the other side as well, so if we do this bit quickly, there we go. If I can actually, there we go, got there in the end. And I've already forgotten about those blocks. So we've got 2 stairs and a slab, there you go. So, upside down stair, upside down stair, and a slab in this bit. That's pretty good. There you go, upside down stair, slab, and upside down stair like that. So that gives you the raised bit. So there's quite a lot of detail on the back. I've tried to make the cabin a little bit, you know, quite nice. Well, not the cabin, but the slightly higher up bit. What we can actually do is we can actually grab some trapdoors. So I've just got 4 trapdoors on this one, very, very small. Now, because of the way that you can do it on my server, you can actually float trapdoors, so they don't have to ping off or anything. But you won't be able to do that on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to just cut out 4 of them, leaving these 2 fence gates as our kind of middle marker. I'm just going on each side. I just shove some trapdoors in. That'll open inwards, which is fine. That'll be able to get into your cargo hold. So that's kind of really cool, I think. But there you go, you get that. Other little details we can actually do already. There you go. If I can jump up. If we actually grab the wheel. Now, in Conquest, there is a rope log. If you haven't got this, just to use a normal log. It's absolutely fine. I'm also going to use another block there and also a trapdoor, and I usually put a button on the end. So I can put a button on the end there. So there's little bits that I've even missed off on my own design. And that one actually goes in before the end, like that. So, if you go up here, right this one here, we're just going to switch that out for a block, doesn't matter what. And if you grab your actual log, just put that log on there. If this is a normal log, it'll be a normal log. If not, you've got the rope log. I'll show it with the rope log because I think it looks better. And since I've got it, might as well. But if not, normal log, absolutely fine wherever it is. There you go. Normal oak one I'd probably recommend will look fine for this because it's circular. Now what you can do is put a trapdoor on, like that. And you're going to put a button on the back. Now up here, we've already got a little raised bit. That's absolutely fine. But that's pretty much it, I think, for the main structure. I guess we can put in these parts just in case you guys forget, and we also need to put in these as well, don't we? Okay, so down here, what we're going to do is right where this fence is near the back, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 with your actual slabs. That's where the actual rigging is going to go. 1, 2, 3 like that. Just with your slabs, it'll connect in. And also on this side then, what we're going to do is going to have a fence here, and then you're going to have to place a block down to put in a fence gate, but then punch the fence gate in. So the 2 fence pieces are not actually touching. That's partly by design, I guess. It's supposed to be that this bit's the bit that's connecting in where the fence gate is, so it's a little bit different. So you've actually got that connected in there, and then you've got these 2 little bits on the side and those are going to be where you would get your kind of like nets and stuff hanging off them. So if you got any type of textures that look like nets, do use them. I do in Conquest, so we got these. They look perfect for it. So we got that. I guess what we can also do quickly, I know it's a bit of a random section, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's counting that one there. So if we just add 6 more, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I guess we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 counting that one that's on top of that slab. That will actually give us the entire basically base for it. If you do have it on survival as well, what you're going to be able to do is you can put down some ladders. So of course your water line will be at this white level here, but you can put some ladders in there. So if you are at the water, you can actually then climb up in survival and go through these gates, close those gates off, and then you're on your little ship, which I think is pretty cool. But that is it for details, I think. That's it for the main kind of structure. What we've got now is the sails, which we'll be doing a little bit different, well, quite a lot different in terms of the actual rigging. We'll make it a lot more clearer. But there you go, it's starting to rain, which means I have to turn off the video, learn how to do this, and we'll get on to that bit. Okay, and now for the actual masts, what we're going to do is we're just going to build, basically going to build these first, and then we're going to see how everything else fits and stuff. We'll probably put the end rigging in before we do the sails, maybe. We'll kind of see. Anyway, enough of that. Right, now there's two different, as I was saying before, two different kind of logs that I'll be using. I've got an actual rope log in Conquest, or we have an actual rope log in Conquest. If you don't have this, which you probably don't, what you can actually do is just alternate with your spruce instead. So if you just do spruce, whenever I use the rope log, use a spruce one, it'll work completely fine. So it'll just alternate, and you'll get like a slightly different look from it. So say, for example, I would have this. You guys will just instead get this. Not that. This. So you just get that dark one instead of that, and it gives you a nice little stripy part. Doesn't look as good as this, but you know, you can only do what you can do. So what we're going to do first then is we're just going to grab our acacia wood. Now we're going to go over to this one here. So we're going to leave from the front 1, 2, and then go to this one. And we're actually going to just use oak wood at the top or at the bottom here until we get to this one. Then put in a rope log. Actually cut a hole in this one, and we can actually put up a ladder going up this way. And then shove a trapdoor on there even. That'll just be your way in. Gives you a tiny little space around here that you can't jump into, but you can just fill up with crates and chests and things like that. So that's what I've actually done on mine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our oak wood, and we're going to have a total of 8 oak wood on top of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then grab your ropes or your spruce or some sort of different one. Then go 1, 2. They're going to move forwards towards the front of the ship. I'm just going to add an extra 2 of these on, like connecting. So this one's actually angled forwards as well, which just makes it a little bit more interesting. Then we're going to have 5 oak in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, in Conquest, again, we've got some very special cobble walls, which are actually wooden. I'm going to use 2 of these. I'm going to be using 2 of these, if I can speak. 2 of those, then 2 fences. If you don't have these, just use fences, and it will absolutely look fine. It's just that this, because we've got the extra blocks, it makes it look like a better transition going upwards, and I actually prefer it, so I use that. Now, I've actually used a different one. I've actually used dark oak rather than oak, but it doesn't really matter. Now what we're going to do, move towards the back, again leave 2, and then cut into here and put down your oak wood going up to this bit, and then put a rope, or a spruce, whatever one you got. That's going to be a starting point. Then we're going to have 9 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then we're going to have 2 rope. And again, moving forwards and having these 2 connected on like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're then going to have 2 of these cobblestone wall pieces and 2 fences, or 4 fences in total. So if you wanted this one to actually be a ketch instead, the only difference really between a ketch and a schooner is that this mast here, the big mast, is actually at the front. With a schooner, you have 2 masts which look exactly like this, or 2 sails that look like this, in terms of how they're actually directional, instead of it being a brig like with a square rig. If it was a ketch, this one here would be near the front, and probably you could actually move it to there to make it more of a catch. But because we're doing a schooner, we can do it this way. That's just a little variation that you could actually do if you wanted to switch these around. Of course, minor differences will change stuff to kind of make it up as you go along, but you can do it. So anyway, let's get on to the next bit. Okay, so for a couple little extra bits, what we're going to do, I'm actually going to try Never Brick out, or Never Brick Fence even. Just for these front ones, you can just use normal fence if you want to, it's completely up to you. But on this front mast going to the Spirit, what we're going to do is we're going to go down here, 1, 2. Then we're just going to go out, under, out, under, out, under, out, under, out. And it's just going to keep on going until you get to there. There we go, so you get to that point there. So I'll just connect into this little bit there. I can use fence for that if you wanted to instead. Now between this sail and this sail, what we're going to do is going to go 1, 2, 3, then under. Now this one is going to be 4 in total, so you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you got 4 fence pieces, then under. This one's going to be 3 in total, so just add an extra 2, and you'll connect in perfectly like that. Now the next bit that we're actually going to do is, on this front one, we're going to go 1, 2, and then go to the third block, put in a spruce wood plank, and then go forwards with another spruce wood plank. Then grab 2 slabs and put those on the back. Then we're going to move out to the side as well, and go up. So there you go, you can see kind of like that. We're moving up in slabs, but it's slightly different because of the way we've had to do it. We've had to use the full blocks for this. And then 2 slabs like that. Now I've already forgotten if that's in exactly the same place. But it is. There you go. That's good. Nice and easy. So the same here. You go 1, 2, 3. And then this is where we put in a plank on the side. Then put that one going that way. Then we have 2 slabs. And you'll notice it gets very, very close to this here. But then we also move to the side. Have that one. And go out. So we're actually just angling these as well. So they go out. It makes it a lot more interesting. It makes it a lot easier to do these sails. A lot interesting. A lot easier. So what we're going to do now, and I will have to have a look at this, but there we go. Got that on there, and then that one, last one actually moves outwards. So, if I can actually fly over this, what we're going to do is if you grab your spruce wood stair, we're going to have a stair starting right here, then another one going out and down. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We're then going to have another one, 4, another one, 5, another one, 6. I believe it's 6, and then we move out and also up. So they get 7 there. I think that's correct. I will have to double check though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no, we're not doing that correct. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this 6th one here is actually moved out. So you get 5 from that point there, moving up. It's quite difficult to. Well, it's quite easy to get confused in this one. There you go. So I'm getting confused with words. So same here. 1, 2, and then 3. Now this one I'm guessing goes out with 2, and it does. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th one is going to move to the side. And this time we're going to have a 7th one as well with the same angle. So there you go, you get that. So there you go. From the side it looks kind of straight, but actually we know that we've angled it to the side, so it makes it look a lot more interesting. But there we go, get that. We will be doing this rope part here, and this is what I use for rope. I know some people get a little bit confused by that, but it is kind of to symbolize rope, I guess. But what we're going to do next is we're going to start on the sails. So this is going to be quite an easy bit, so let's go on to that. Okay, and now for the actual sails. So I still haven't really figured out these schooner sails. Schooner scales? Schooner sails. So I'm going to be making it up and see if we can get something similar to this. It's going to be different. Again, these are sails are kind of organic, so you can't do really block for block. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't really work. So I'm going to show you a technique that I've been using. If we just put up straight ones this way, or at least it's a technique I've used on this one. I completely forgot if I used it on the other one, but we're just going to go up straight, and on this as well, like that. And on this one, but not all the way. And on this one, but not all the way as well. So you don't always go all the way on those ones. You get this horrible, horrible straight line type thing. Now what we need to do is we need to shape it, so we're just going to knock these back. Going to knock a couple of these off as well. Maybe even that one. Maybe push this forwards a little bit. We're going to push this one forwards as well. So all this bit will actually push forwards. So cut all that out. And there we go. So you might be like, what the hell are you doing? But this might actually come out better than that last one. There you go. So you get this kind of like circular bit, but it looks a little bit too... doesn't really look very organic yet, at least. I actually don't like that. I think we need that one in there. This one needs to be pushed back as well. Gonna have that one pushed back, and that one, and that one. There we go. So that's starting to tuck in a little bit nicer. Could even have that one there if you wanted to, but I think that looks a little bit unnatural. So we won't have that. Maybe this one as well we can actually have tucked there. So there you go. Get this, and that one back there. And that actually looks pretty good, I think. So there we go. Maybe we can cut down these. And cut into this, but I think really we actually need those, at least on this sail. So there we go, that's a rough technique of how to do it. You're just going to cut into it. This one here, I think I've got a little bit more. Yeah, I've got more down here, so I might actually add a little bit there. But you can see how different that one is from this one. This one I've tried to be a little bit more circular with it, but I think I am going to add in just a little bit extras down here. Maybe like that. I think that looks alright actually, yeah. And maybe even back up here as well, put in one or a couple. Actually, I think just put in a block there. So that's good. Keep those blocks in there because it shouldn't really be touching, but I think it just ended up being like that. Okay, well there we go. That's one. Next one. So you can see that there really isn't a proper... Well, I haven't been able to figure out a nice technique for it. Not one that works 100% of the time. Every time they will be different, and you do want them to be different. If you build this ship, and you could build this ship, multiple times if you wanted to, and change the colours and things, you'd probably want the sails to all look a little bit different, a little bit more wacky and everything. Now this one, what we're going to do, because it's bigger, we will also cut through this. Maybe we'll even do the same thing, or like on that one, I've given it a big gap, so let's do that. Let's do a big gap on this one. But let's push this back here, and maybe, well, actually, we probably figure that out in a bit. We can cut this. Actually, let's put this in. Let's cut a little bit out of this first, like that, and maybe that actually, and then push this bit out. There we go. So that one we can actually have cut back all these ones, as well as that one. Yeah, let's cut that one back. Maybe even have that go over, and squiggle in. There we go. That looks a bit more interesting. Then we're going to do the same here, where we did a little cut into it. There we go, and we might even do that. So there. And try this. Let's try this one out. So there we go, get rid of these. Kill that. And bring this down. Oh, if I actually going to place, there we go. Bring all these in. Like that. It's quite straight. Now, I've noticed with this one as well, actually, I've gone quite straight. Maybe I need to eliminate extra on like these bits, maybe. No, actually not there. I don't think it needs it on those bits. Maybe down here actually might need a tiny bit more substance. There. Yeah, I think just on the back bit there to widen up that bit. Same with this one, it's going to need that as well. I don't really want to go out too much more. I could do. This one I've actually got 4 layers, but I've got one that's behind this one. I don't really want to do that too much with this one. But what I could do, I guess, is push in a little bit of these like this. Or actually at the top. Let's try at the top and actually push that in. So there's that one. So it makes that one a little bit wider. And then we're going to do the little bit down here. Like this, where it goes out. Actually, that looks quite good. I think that looks pretty good. These are a lot smoother. Now, with these ones, they're a little bit weird. I'm actually going to grab some glass as well. I use glass as a different type of rope. Some people like it, some people don't. It's up to you. What we're going to do is we're just going to fill up behind this for the time being. Like that. And all the way to the top. Then I'm going to cut out a couple of these, like that. We're going to try and push this forwards, but sometimes it doesn't work. Or at least not quite right. You can do stuff like that. That might work. And then just the glass, just layer it on top like that. I think that's exactly the same as the last one. We just have a couple of pieces of glass there. So same on this bit. We're just going to go pretty much behind this. Right to here. And there maybe. I got to there. Yeah, that looks good. Then again, cut out a couple pieces. And we're going to try to push this bit forwards this time. Like that. And then again, just put your glass on top until it connects into this beam. And that'll work. So there you go. That's what that one looks like. And I think with this one as well, I'm actually going to cut that one out. Maybe. I'm not too sure about that yet. Alright, so the next bit is the actual front little sail that we got here. I still haven't... I'm not a master at these at all. I'll never pretend to be, but we're just going to squiggle down. There we go, like that. And we're going to do the same as well. Just going to squiggle around it. And notice that it hits into this. Doesn't matter if it hits into that, just ignore it. Just don't really worry about it too much. But there we go. Go down to here. I'm going to push that out, and I'm going to try to make it kind of beam over like this. Then we can start actually cutting out these bits as well. There you go, like that. That looks kind of rubbish at the minute. So let's cut this out and maybe go to there. What I'm trying to do is that typical shape that you get with these. I'm not doing it very well. So maybe actually I need to fill that in solid. Looks okay. That looks pretty bad. What I've got over here actually is a little bit better. So that one actually goes up here. So maybe we'll try and do that. We'll try and do something a little bit better like that, where it goes up to here, even if it goes up to there, and then to there, and then has a couple underneath. That looks a little bit better. Not perfect. Maybe we need to... No, we need some of those in there. We do need some of that as well. Unless that works. That does kind of work, doesn't it? Now what we can actually do is actually tie this off as well. So you can actually just tie that off to there. So it ties into here, like that. But there you go, there's the sails. I know they're not great, but they're pretty basic. Now what we've got to do is this actual rigging going up the side here. So I'm actually going to switch these over to a block I can actually look at and figure out. But these should be pretty quick, and then we are done. I'll do a little quick tour, and that'll be it. Okay, and now for the main kind of rigging side pieces. As you can see, I've switched these over to Never Brick, which is what we're going to be using. So it's pretty easy now. We're actually going to start on the front one, and what we're going to do is we're just going to put a Never Brick on top of these ones. 1, 2. I'm going to go up 4 in total, so you get 1. Well, this will count as 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 layers of 2. Then connect on the back. That'll give you your 1. Then you're going to have another 3 layers on top of this. 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, 4 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully you're not getting confused. I am. Then on this, you're going to connect onto the back as well. I'm just going to go up another 2 on top of this, so you got 3 in total. So you get this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then right here, you're just going to go 1, 2, and that's actually it. I don't think you go up any higher than that. I might have done on the other one. Like 1, 2, 3. So I might have done. I did a little bit wrong in here. So if we actually go onto this bit, we're going to knock this back and move that one down, and then just put in the 3 there. And I'm going to just clear up this weather, which is really annoying. There you go. So what you got is you got a 4, a 3, a 3, and a 3 as well. But the last 3 is 1s. Makes sense. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. It won't work quite as well, but I'll show you what to do. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then connect on the back. 1, 2, and 3. Then connect on the back, and you're just going to go 2, 3. And you'll notice we can't do one here. And I'm just going to go 1, 2. And we're just going to connect into that bit there. That's all we need to do. Nothing else. You could, I guess, if you want to, push that one up. I tend not to try and connect it into like this because it doesn't look right. It doesn't look too bad if it's connected into the sails on this side because you can't really see it from the side. But again, that bit's kind of connected. And I don't think that happens on this one. Or oh, yeah, it does. So I can't even stop it on that one, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll go on to the other side now. And at the back, we go 1, 2, 3. Build this up twice. Then just these back ones, we're going to add an extra 2 onto it. So you get 4 on here. Then add on to the back. And this one's going to be a total of 4. So you get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to do is connect on the back. We're going to have 3. So you get 1, 2, and 3. Then you go 1, 2, 3 again. Like that. So this one's kind of a bit angled back, I guess. In a way. This one will probably be different as well. So you get 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go, like that. These ones add an extra 2 on the back. Then attach onto the back of this. There you go, 1, 2. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Then attach onto the back. That's why it's getting very difficult to show you guys. There we go. Attach on the back. 1, 2, and 3 in total. You can see it on the other side as well if you get stuck, and then just go 1, 2, and it'll connect in to the back like that. But I think that is it for the tutorial. Pretty much. There's other details that you can do, like adding in lamps and stuff on the back here. I'll show you a little one that I actually added weirdly halfway through this tutorial. Another thing I can actually show you guys how to do is to put a little flag flying on the top, which we can do on this. So actually grab some, maybe light blue, for example. Right here, what we're going to do is going to push this one, and I'm going to go 2, then we're going to go down, and 2 like that as well. Oh, there. Like this, and that'll give you a nice little flag, because the wind is blowing this way, so it makes sense. So these are quite actually big for maybe this one, maybe a bit too big, but this is one that I always use, which always looks good, and not like that. There we go, like that. So there we go, that's what you get. So what I'm going to do now is I'll jump over to the server version, and we're just going to have a look at my finished one, and I'll do a tour for Conquest specific stuff. Okay, so here I am on the rocky shores of Little Rock, which is one of the little towns I've been building. And this is kind of where I've put my actual small fishing ship. So it's just off the kind of like shoreline, which is a bit different, so it's quite harsh. And kind of out of the way as well. There's lots and lots of oceans. So there you go. This is what it's looking like. I put little orange flags on this. Also, I've used the net in Conquest. This is 102:5. Really cool. I think it works perfectly for it, as well as for the sides as well. Now we've got on the sides here. We've got the actual net meta. I've got some different types of the actual fence on there as well. I've put up a lamp, and I've got some invisible fire around. There you go. So you can actually put some invisible fire around, which is quite easy to do. So I've put that little lamp there, which is one of the basically the cobweb ones. So we've got a lamp at the back. So at night that looks like you can kind of litten up. I've got a chamber pot here, so they could throw their well, you get the idea for that one. You can throw stuff down there. Biome specific wheel as well, so that's really cool. We've got lots of stuff around here, like little bits of rope. Got the fish hanging up. We've got some more rope here, so these are for nets maybe, or for, you know, attaching to these big nets and things, and throwing those over. I've also used the roofed forest actual trapdoors and raised those up, just to make it a little bit different. Got some more nets hanging up everywhere. Up here I actually put in a chain, a little crate on it. I just thought that was kind of cool for a little area where it kind of slots in, so it's like a little other place to hang. Some Nemos around as well. More fishing barrels, typical stuff like that, like more fish. There's loads and loads of fish because they're a fishing ship. More rope. If we actually go into the hold, we have like a nice little candle there, a couple of boxes, some open crates with fish, some fish hanging up, some more nets, nets on the floor, crates, yeah, that kind of stuff, just more crates. And in here, which is the captain's cabin, we have got a small little desk, which just about fits in. I think it looks alright though. A small little desk, which has some notes on it, and a little bits of shelves. You know, it's like a candle and a little chest above his head, where he's got his valuables, and you can go to see out of these windows as well. The weird coral in better foliage, and he's also got some bottles there as well. So little bits and pieces. You know, it's not too big. There's not too much you can really do with it, but it'll be interesting to see what people come up with this design and the little differences that kind of occur as well. But there you go. I think it looks pretty good. I think it works in and works, you know, perfectly for a nice little tiny little sailing ship. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. If you guys want more, make sure to say so and what type of ships that you want to see, because that would really help me out. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.